So these are generally accepted guidelines by copy marketers and marketers in general. So something to consider in terms of readability. And also people tend to be intimidated by formal, like example of how if you sound something to be a little bit legalistic, even if it's not, then that's going to scare people away. So like examples like heretofore instead, until now, instead of remittance, payment, or how about changing financial responsibilities with just bill? So I went over the steps on how to boost your Google ranking. Language matters. So just like earlier, how you word it, the language, the grade level, the readability, and then we're about to get into the organization part. So how do you structure your piece so that it's going to come across the best for the people that are trying to find you? People whose search intent, people whose intention is to find content that exactly is what you have for them to see. Okay, so you know about the lists. Now, one thing about lists is it makes something both scannable and readable. So the more lists that you use, the better. I showed you how to use ordered lists for like kitchen recipes, for example, how to make a brownie. It's obviously going to be a numbered list, but then there's also the unordered list that you can use. And these are more often than not the kind of lists that are used. But regardless, using lists is very good, period. Okay, don't overdo it, of course. Now, what keywords focus on the most? So which words are going to pop up the most throughout the piece that you're writing? So here's this is just the review stuff. I'm not going to really go over it. Like aligning the keyword into the structure of your blog is a very strategic move. Notice how on here, for example, the keyword is sprinkled into the places where it really matters the most. I was lucky and I was able to check off every single one of these. Don't try to be perfect. And perfect is the enemy of the good when search engine optimization is concerned, because keep it sounding natural, keep it organic. Don't try to stuff keywords into something just so you can fit it in the title or fit it in the first paragraph. It's a mistake that people make and it's actually not good. So try to avoid that. These are some examples also in the slides that I sent you that check off items that you can see how much of them you can cover. The beginning and the last, usually of anything, is the most impactful. So the idea of keywords at the beginning and the end, stylizing, bold-facing, all of these are meant to be markers for both the people reading you and both for the search engine that's trying to determine what you consider important and who might want to consider reading your stuff. Structure. Here's the thing about structure. Now, Google expects everyone, and by Google, I mean all search engines, expects you all to have a headline of some kind, a title. Like, what are you going to have at the very top so people are going to find you? They're going to look for you. Summary. Do you have some way to like tie everything together near the top? Again, lead with the punchline. Don't wait. Don't save it till the end. You're not a stand-up comic. You're trying to. People are very easy to lose their attention. Like you got 12 seconds to get their attention, and by then it's like give it up. So grab their attention with a catchy headline or summary. Make sure the most important stuff are at the top as much as you can. Okay, links. Okay, so we went over links. When you're doing headlines, it's important to be straightforward about it. Don't use teasers. Like you're gonna love this. Like that's not anything specific. Instead, something like these are 11 things your business is doing that's causing it to fill the blank, or these are 3 relationship mistakes that are causing you to feel like this, and then the feel like is a probably common emotion. So immediately you're thinking, oh, I do have some problems, and what am I? I can start immediately. That's a good catchy way to do it, and people do it. You've probably seen buzzwords. BuzzFeed have titles like X number of things that X type of people do to do Y, and then it just gets your eyeballs, and before you know it, you're reading at it or you're watching a video on it. Okay, so summarize close to the top. People are in fact swayed by logic and by credibility and not only by emotions. And that's the important part, because one reason why organization matters is that because when you divide your thing into sections, and this is visual, this is online, a screen where it's not the same as like people looking at a book or a magazine. So making it really easy for people to find what they want, or to find out if what they want is in here. And the important thing is if it's not, don't let them think that it is, and be very specific. And this is how you're helping Google to point people in the right direction so that they can guess better. They can guess more accurately that this person that's about to be delivered your search result to their Google search is going to find this worth their time. And then they're going to give, they're going to have a better Google experience because Google did their job better because they're pairing up people with exactly the content that they want, or at least that's their end goal. So everything they're doing is to reward the kind of behavior that's going to make them like help. That's going to help them be a better product. And these are all things like, if these are like house rules and you observe them, then Google is going to come around and pay you back, reward you for that effort. And by the which, by Google, I mean Bing, Yahoo, and the other search engines out there. And I noticed that everyone did that really well, and including links. Here's the thing about the links. And maybe before going into links. So content that makes you a thought leader is something to think very heavily of. Things that really do matter are things like rich sources with citations, and those citations can be provided as links. So these are like, scientific studies or somewhere that people can't dispute. It's like just, it's a highly reputable place, credible authority on this. You have statistics, information, infographics. You have visual cues that really help. Those things are all taken into account in terms of how popular your page ranking gets. And obviously avoid spelling and grammar errors. You'd be surprised how much it can actually hurt your brand if you have bad spelling, even one little letters misplaced somewhere. So be extra careful of that. Just saying earlier, punchline comes first. First, get their attention with the punchline before you get into the weeds. Finally, now the link building is a very important part. Building links into your blog is like building currency into your, I don't know, whatever it is that you're trying to sell, but links. So by providing other external references that you can send people to, you get to control where their attention goes next. And the link has to describe what the readers are going to get when they click. So the whatever text or bold-faced item that's linked on there, make sure it accurately describes what they're going to see on the other side of that link when they actually go there. There's 3 different kinds of links: outbound, inbound, and internal. Okay, outbound links are something that's completely within your control. Obviously, to make the best out of this, choose sites that are good, but reputable, authoritative, by linking to well-trusted authorities on the same topics, and or providing for more information, go here, and it actually takes them to a very high authority site. It's helping you rank higher as well. Now, even better is if an authoritative site decides to link to you. Now, that's like the ultimate endorsement. Like, think of what would happen if, let's say that you were a Painted Brain employee, and we just got the attention of a major global celebrity who has a global reach and has 100 million Instagram followers or whatever. And all of a sudden they're on their page, on their splash page, they have, check out Painted Brain, my favorite organization, or something like that. That could be a game changer for us. All of a sudden we're getting a spike in new web traffic from people who never knew about us before because their celebrity is all of a sudden just threw us out there. So the type of an outbound link can literally make you, or excuse me, the inbound link. So inbound link is completely out of your control. It really is who chooses to link to you, who chooses to endorse you enough to actually do that. We haven't been lucky yet to be able to find a global celebrity who can actually do that, but we're always looking for a champion who'd be like, put it on their splash page and give a shout out to Painted Brain or something. So the ultimate control you have is the links that you select people to. So choose good sites, choose good content, something relevant, and something that doesn't go old, something that is recent. The quality of internal links pointing to you, like a major global celebrity or brand, that could be a game changer. So the more weight is given to that. They look at all of these things. So including the links, the information that you give to people that are supplementary, meaning they click here at these different points on your blog and they're going to be able to find out more in depth about them, or versus internal links that you can use. Now, internal is where a lot of our own control is, because as the editor of Painted Brain, I could control what I link to, whose pages I could link to. If I have a friend at Painted Brain who wrote another blog and I want to like link to them, that's an internal linking opportunity right there. So let's use an example. Let's see how much, 12 minutes left. Geez. All right. I'm gonna have to make like another video or something, where I'll send something complete later on, if whatever I can't cover today. Okay, so here's one that I wrote, and I wanted to post something about. Okay, so strategically linking. Now here's an article here that's also by Painted Brain. This is what that intern wrote that I was telling you about, and I have it on a link here at the bottom. Wouldn't it be more natural though if I could make not the link put here, but instead I could maybe make this a link for it, addiction to social media, because it's really close in meaning. And this is already linked. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to unlink this part of my text. I don't want to use that for this. This has a separate link that takes it to too many teens liking on social media can cause depression amongst teens. Okay, which is a similar related topic, but not quite the same thing. Just to avoid confusion, I'm changing this to black, so you know that this is not already a hyperlinked concept. It's already been, it's linkable to something else. Okay, so social media, what makes it addictive? There it is. Here's the link. So I'm assuming that you've seen that, and I'm going to show you how to do this next. You go here, and you simply, I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, so less words, the more meaning is conveyed, the better. So I'm being economical here. Addiction to social media right there. What if I made this the hyperlink instead of what I had below? Doesn't it sound a lot more organic, more natural? I think. I mean, would you agree? Let me know if maybe not. It's spits and smoother. Notice how I got rid of an entire line of content right there? I shrunk it, but I think that there's nothing that was not conveyed, right? All the meaning that I needed is there because I still have this link. Yeah, there's a teenage problem with social media and eating disorders and all that, completely different topic. And we also have an addiction problem with social media. And guess what? For more information on that, one of our other guys already wrote something about it. And they don't have to have this extra line to show it. Just go here and here. So we're making it easier for the user. And this is what I call creative hyperlinking. When you want to point to internal teammates' posts, maybe like your colleague wrote something and you're thinking, this is perfect. I want to include a link to their article. And you're going to do that by putting a certain phrase and making that phrase a hyperlink and making a hyperlink connect to their blog. So does that make sense? Everyone good about the internal linking versus the outbound linking versus the YouTube linking? If anyone needs me to explain it a little bit more, let me know. Maybe like a fingers down or something, or send me a direct chat or something. Say, hey, I didn't get this part or something. You can always, I'm looking at chat like right now. So I'm looking at it closely over the last 9 minutes. All right. So here's what I was telling you about. I don't like how it shows up like this. I want it to be bigger, right? It's not centered either. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna do here. So I'm here. And when I first time out by going to the YouTube, LinkedIn, okay, there it is. Can you see that? Share. So I click share, and then I copy the link. And right there. And when I go into the edit mode of this, or the article that someone named Brenda wrote 2 years ago, and I'm going to choose somewhere to insert this YouTube link. And when I insert the YouTube link, it's going to be so simple that I don't really need to understand how that happened, other than the fact that I just need to choose where to put it. Okay, so there it is. It's actually was already here. So I'm going to remove it. Okay, so it was here. So I open up a space right there. And I simply, oh wait, no, that's not the one I was looking to do. YouTube. Didn't I copy that already? I thought okay, well now I did it for sure. All right. There it is. And then
Ever wonder what exactly is
where
driving
is
me to post a picture of my brunch?
center?
It's kind of sad, literally.
There
I'm
it is.
Shannon O'Dell at Shodell, and I'm a neuroscience PhD candidate, and this is your brain on social media. As of the end of 2017, Facebook has 2.2 billion users.
All right,
Users
now it's
report
centered.
that they're on
Okay.
Facebook for two reasons: to connect with people and to manage and control the impression they make on others.
Now this is one that I
Evolution
actually wrote. I don't like this. I don't like how that looks. Okay, I'm putting that out. I noticed that some people, they have your feature image here, but then you also added something at the very top. So you have it. Oh, you mean to get rid of this.
The ventral striatum and the ventral tegmental area.
Okay, so you had something at the very top and you had something in a future image. And if you notice that you might be one of those people, you're gonna know by going to preview. So I will strongly encourage everybody to use the preview changes a lot because it's gonna save you a lot of time. It will, trust me. You'll think, oh, okay, this is done. And then come back and think, oh wait, I forgot the feature image is not quite where I thought it was. And this is gonna actually help you. And you can pretty much catch anything. Okay, so the feature image always comes here. Let's say that I had this here. This is what it's going to look like. So let's say at the very top. And notice that if you are one of those people that did it, which it's cool, it's not a problem. It's a common mistake that people catch a lot, is when you go here and you find yourself, you already added something by either dragging or dropping, or you simply add media to it. And let's say that you already have that here. Oh, was that the same one? Let's just assume this is the exact same one. And I'm just adding it to your up top. And then I'm going to go to preview and you're going to see what happens. All right. Yeah, a meeting I have to be at exactly in 4 minutes. So I literally have to bail in 4 minutes, but I promise I will send you all the stuff that you'll need. Basically for the next 2 weeks, until next Tuesday, what's going to be due are the final drafts of both blogs 1 and 2, incorporating all the stuff like the visuals, the language, the structuring, the keywords, the link building, using internal link building opportunities whenever possible, and structuring, organizing it in a Google-friendly way. And then next Tuesday, and then that's all of it for the whole blog training. Oh, okay, that's something I need to take out, which is fine. You saw what happened right here? I have a feature image, I have a feature image. So I want to avoid that. So that if you are one of those people, just notice what you have at the very, very top. And you're gonna know that if you actually went to the text. That thing that you just added, that was inserted right above everything else that you already had. So in this case, what you'd be doing is, remember how to undo something? Command Z or Control Z. There it goes, just like that. So Control Z for PC users, Control Y to redo. If you're a Mac person, Command Z, Command Y to do the same thing. Okay. Yeah, so in the last 2 minutes, anybody have any questions I can cover before the timer goes out about anything?
Yeah, Kevin, I have a question. How often are we going to be expected to be writing blog posts?
Here's a challenge with this. This is the last time you're going to be expected to. Are you relieved? You don't have to do anything after this. Well, except those 2 that are due next Tuesday, blog 1 and 2. Those are the very last blogging assignments you're going to have to do for. And then the thing was for Dave is he's going to look for somebody who can take this on and make it a weekly thing. And maybe one of the interns who are interested could provide support to that person who's going to become like our regular SEO blog writer dash editor. If that makes sense.
Makes total sense. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's like y'all got your training now, so you know what it is. And some people are more inclined towards being writers than other people. Some people are not as into it. Some people are. And then depending on that, we're going to find somebody in CRG who's a good writer, maybe, possibly. And the possibility that one of them might actually be a good candidate for becoming a writer, contributor for us. So thinking about in terms of those, along those lines. But for all intents and purposes, after next Tuesday, you turn in both the newly tweaked, and you should tweak both 1 and 2, add the videos, the clips and stuff. And that's it. Just Tuesday, and I'll send you feedback after Tuesday on both blogs, just so you know. You could say I did the whole complete thing, and then that's good for the rest of the year. And hopefully, somebody's interested enough that they want to continue or take this concept further. I'm all ears. So, yeah.
And so, Kevin, the blogs just need to be on WordPress saved as drafts, like once we've formatted them and everything.
Yes, they're saved as drafts, so it's going to look just like when I find it on. Oh, when you see all posts and you see all the different posts on there, basically, you're going to be able to see it on there.
Okay, but even when we're done editing it, you don't want us to publish it or anything.
No, just
Okay.
remember, yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you know how it is to catch spelling errors. You'd be so surprised how it takes like 10 people at once to catch something sometimes. But yeah, but thank you everybody. I appreciate your patience with the whole tech issues and stuff. I will send you all the recap, the video recording of all of it. And let me know if you have any questions, issues, but I'll help you out whatever I can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Bye.
Thank you, Kevin.